Today I am doing my trainer's hair. As you see, she's already stretched her hair. That top portion of her hair is from when she stretched it at home with her blow dryer. But I had to straighten it out a little more because today she wants to start with a trim, and then we're going to do a half up, half down, sewing in the back, and ponytail at the top. So yeah, I usually don't let my clients wash their hair at home, but she's my trainer and my friend, and we were just trying to get it going fast for the video. So she did it herself. So I'm just gonna, basically finish her blow dry. Using my continuous spray bottle, I am just going in and wetting her hair down because it's going to make it easier for me to detangle, and then I'm going to add the satin serum. It is in stock right now, guys, so if I were you, I would head over to deeperthanhair.com and grab mine. Hopefully it'll be in stock by the time you see it, but right now it is. So yeah, and just take your time with a Y2 shampoo comb and comb through your hair or whoever's hair you're doing, because if you don't, the hair will tell on you. So just take your time, and this is the ceramic red dryer that I use. I'm just going to speed it up because this video is going to be very long. So I'm just going to do whatever I can to make sure that you don't get bored watching. And yeah, so I'm just going to blow dry her out. I'll put the link for the blow dryer below and the brush too. See the difference blow drying makes? It's perfect. So I have a video on blow drying, so you could just scroll back through my videos. I might try to link it just so you don't have to, search, or you can binge watch, whatever you want to do. So now I'm going to give her a trim. As you can see, her ends are very thin on the ends. I'm going to use my Her Strands of Hair shears, and I'm going to take most of that thin hair off. Now I'm just going to go in and get all the ends that I could not reach with the first method. Now, because she's getting half up, half down, I'm going to part it out for that style. So I'm just going to go from, like the top of her ear to the other top of her ear. Just clip that and get it out the way. And now I'm going to take Murray's. I'm going to do super light because the normal one is really hard to get out. You have to shampoo it with something that will take it out, and it's like really hard to do. So it's like she's just getting braids, so I don't want to just put that heavy grease in her hair. So I'm just going to use the light one to help me get a better grip for the cornrow, and I'm going to braid. While braiding, when I get to almost the end, I am going to leave it loose. I'm not going to braid it all the way to the tip. See? Now, going in for the second braid, I'm going to show you exactly why I did that. So a little less than halfway down the braid, you're going to grab the previous cornrow and you are going to pull it up into the next braid. So that way you don't have to get rid of the bulk of hair at the bottom when it's time to sew. You just get rid of it now. So I left it loose so that it can blend right in with the hair. So I find that when you braid it all the way to the end, it's easier to come out of the braid. So I think it's just best when you leave a little bit loose so that it just goes right with the hair. Now when braiding so when you always want to make sure that the last of your braids end up in the middle. So once you're halfway through, you want to start from the other side because you want it to be equally as flat on both sides. Because when you are finishing, you're always going to end up with two braids that need to go into one. So it's just best if that bulky braid ends up in the middle. Although this braid won't seem bulky, it totally would be if it was on the end. So that's the purpose for me starting on the other side and ending in the middle. Next, I'm just going to part out a section that is going to be used to cover the tracks or the wefts for the portion of the hair that we're going to sew in the back. Now I'm going to take some Nairobi Mousse. I love it because it gives it a soft hold but definition. And I'm just going to kind of rake it through that section. I'm not going to soak it because if I do, it is literally going to revert back before I'm even finished the braid. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to cornrow this straight across just to get the same pattern as the bundles that we're going to be using today. It's just going to give it a crinkle. Now that I'm done braiding, I am going to take some more mousse and I am just going to now saturate that braid because it is going to help to further lock that crinkle into place as it dries. Now I'm just going to take a C needle and I am going to take that last braid and I am going to fold it up and attach it to the cornrows. I love C needles because they are much easier to work with for me. I know some people use straight needles, some people use L's, but C are my favorite. Now this hair I got straight from the hair store. I didn't buy it from any vendors or anybody that I know that sells hair because she's gonna probably only wear this hair for about a week or two. So I didn't want to just invest in getting her, any special hair for this hairstyle. It was just like a quick one and the hair is going to be cool and it'll definitely last for a week or so. So that's why we just got it from the hair store and it's really soft and beautiful. Now I'm just going to take it, as you saw, I doubled the weft so it can be extra full in the back. So I'm going to use, I think I used a bundle and maybe one full bundle plus like maybe 3 more rows from the second half of hair. And then I took the rest of it and added it to the ponytail. So you'll see, I'm just sewing it in now. I also did a sew-in video if you want to learn how to do a sew-in. I've done one maybe a year or 2 ago. So I'll link that in the box as well so you can watch that. Now, I don't have my electric hot comb today. I got the gangster one that go on the stove. I'm at the salon, so I just decided to use the regular hot comb. And I'm just going to go in and get her edges straight, because once I slick it up, now this is optional. Everybody doesn't have to do this, but I really like stuff to be slick. But if you have natural hair and you just want to slick it up the way that it is, that's okay too. It's definitely all up to you. Now I'm going to take this Shine and Jam and I'm going to go in and start laying her hair up. I'm going to start by separating her hair that I'm going to use for baby hair, and then the rest of it is going up. Now that she is a slick to the heavens, you want to take a ponytail holder, no rubber bands please, and no metal clasps on your ponytail holders. Just a regular old one. You could get it by Goody. You could get it from the drugstore, the hair store. Just make sure it's just full circle. And, put it on the pony. With the remaining hair, you are just going to braid it all the way to the end and then fold it in half. Now taking the other bundle of hair, you are just going to start at the tip of that braid and you are going to start wrapping the hair around. I am using matte hairpins. Matte hairpins have like a texture on there that helps the hair grip in a way that regular hairpins cannot. Regular hairpins can slip, especially in a situation like this. So I'm using the matte ones. You could pretty much find them at a hair store. I got mine from Nigel's in Los Angeles, but you can even probably get them on Amazon. Matter of fact, I'm going to check and see, and if they have them, I'm going to leave a link below with everything else. But you just want to wrap this around, going all the way up toward the ponytail. What this method does is it causes the hair to be nice and natural looking at the base. So instead of having this big thick base, it's going to replicate how small your real base would be if it was your very own ponytail. always like to take a little bit of hair at the very end of the weft and wrap it around. It doesn't have to be super tight because you don't want to be in any type of pain or put your client in any type of pain. So just wrap it around, gently, but give it a little bit of, strength. You don't want it to be loose either, but it should be already tight from the way that you wrap the ponytail up that braid. So this is just basically locking it in place for what you're about to do next. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of braiding hair. Instead of folding it in the middle like most would do, and even me on some styles, I'm going to fold it more so at the end, and I put a little rubber band on it to give it grip. Then I'm just going to take this hair and I'm going to braid it all the way to the tip. Now you can buy hair already braided, but it's not as sturdy. When you buy hair that's braided, it's more so have this like looser consistency to it. It's like super soft and flimsy, and I just need the braid to have a little sturdiness because we're going to need it to hold this ponytail up. So first I'm just going to take that braid out so that it can blend with the back. As you see already, the crinkle is pretty much matching the pattern of the hair too, and all you got to do is take it out and just lay it right on top. It's coming out perfect. Some people might press the hair first or use a hot tool to make it match, but she's natural, so I didn't want to put any extra heat in her hair for no reason, especially being as though we're doing a protective style. And also, her ponytail is also going to cover it, so it's not that big of a deal. If we really wanted to, we didn't have to leave anything out, but I think it's best that we did. Now taking this braid that we prepared, you're just going to take the end with the rubber band and lock it in place, and then you are just going to wrap this braid up the base of the ponytail. You want to make it so that the braid is going to stack on top of each other because it's going to come out. I forgot to tell y'all the inspiration behind this. So the inspiration behind this style was Beyonce in her Black is King movie. And I saw this hairstyle and I was like, boo, let me try this on you. And she was down. People always let me call them and ask them to do their hair for my channel. So basically, as you go up this ponytail, you want to take a pin every now and then. You don't have to pin it super often, and if you do, make sure that none of those pins hurt, because we talked about this before. If a pin hurts, it's not going to go away. You're literally going to want to take it out to find it, and for whatever reason, it feels like it's always the very last pin that you take out. It's so stupid, but okay, she is done. And then let me take this down and show you. I'm going to use Laid Edge Control by Deeper Than Hair. You can find it at deeperthanhair.com. I'll put the link below for this too. And you just warm it up in between your fingertips and put it on the hair. Stupid mask in the way. Can't do nothing these days. And now we're just going to just give her some subtle edge action. Just subtle. We're not doing dramatic baby hairs today. We're just going to chill. We're just going to let it breathe. And that's it. Basically, she is done. We're going to snatch this mask off so y'all can get the full effect. And again, this is my trainer. Follow her on Instagram at Health in Heels. And also follow me on Instagram at SoShareGenius. As always, I just want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me and watching Deeper Than Hair TV. And I will see you guys next time.